Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to this course on AI avatar video production. This is the very first session. Hopefully, there will be more coming soon, depending on your interest. So we can dive deeper into AI video production. Today, we're going to be looking at three platforms for AI video avatar generation. We're going to be looking at HeyGen, Vid.io, and Synthesia. The three platforms that we're going to be using are we're going to be using the free versions of each of these platforms, and we'll look into what they offer, what's the extent, their reach, and their capabilities. So, without further ado, we'll start this course. So, welcome to this comprehensive exploration of AI video avatar technologies. This presentation will analyze the three platforms: HeyGen Video, Vid.io, and Synthesia, examining their capabilities, limitations, and optimal use cases for creating professional uses for creative professionals. Whether you're looking to streamline content production, scale multilingual videos, or reduce production costs, understanding these tools can fundamentally transform your digital storytelling approach. So let's pass on to the next one. So what's the difference and what's the benefit between one and another? The advantages of using AI avatars for your video production. So here we see a side-by-side comparison, the advantages and both human interaction and AI generated avatars. So with AI generated avatars, obviously there's 24/7 accessibility. You can log on to any of these platforms at any given time during your video production process and be able to create and generate the avatar for your needs. You're able to do endless iterations of the AI avatar for your production. So if any tweaks have to be made, they can be changed instantaneously, and you can make adjustments. And you can uh, tweak and change to an extent certain outputs. So you can update and edit and change to your liking, tailor the the AI avatar to whatever is needed for the video. And plus, you can also generate these AI avatars and have them play in a variety of different languages, anywhere from like the depending on the platform, it can go to 60 to over 100 languages. And you can change the language, and it will generate the avatar with um, the lip sync between the language and and the mouth will correspond to the accent of any given language that is being used. So it will transform and generate your avatar depending on what the needs of the language is. And so this provides a broad range of possibilities for creating content, um, especially for content creators that are generating their content for social media. If they want to have a higher reach and a higher audience, being able to generate the content in as many languages as possible will broaden their reach and get more views. Then there's also the theme of consistent delivery across the content. So your AI avatar that you generate and that you create will fit into the brand identity that you're generating. So that brand identity will be consistent throughout the videos that you're creating and generating. Um, and plus, and also with the idea of having 24/7 availability of the AI avatars to generate your content, the possibilities of creating content is endless, and also at a faster pace. Um, and so it just depends on how much content you want to create and what's your capability and reach. Um, so it's cost effective. It eliminates the need for a studio. It also eliminates the need for talent feeds and production overhead, while gaining the ability to update content instantly without reshoot expenses. So that makes it very cost efficient, and is very effective for your video production. So it has minimal production requirements. If you have, uh, you don't, since everything that's being generated is being, most of the rendering of your AI avatar will happen on the platform itself. It's not taxing on your own system. So you could very well run this off any laptop or netbook without the need of having to actually go and buy a bigger, beefier system. So, so in that sense, also the cost of video production goes down a great deal because you're not constrained to have, usually for video editing, you need to have a big, beefy computer to render out anything that you're producing. With these platforms, since all the rendering's done on the platform, you don't really need a big beefy computer to actually go ahead and render out your videos. That also reduces production costs. You don't need a great graphics card to do any of this. You just rely solely on the platform that you're using, and it will render out and output your AI generated avatar. In the case of, well, obviously the human advantages, humans have emotional nuances and authenticity. In that regard, the AI generated avatars um, are getting better as time goes by to convey nuances and authenticity. But still, at this point, humans have the upper hand in that regard. We can generate much more empathy and connection with the audience, um, and be more authentic and spontaneous, and our our interactions with people uh, will be tailored to whatever the situation is happening, and people can adapt on the spot to required changes as situations play out. So in that regard, uh, the humans still have that instant adaptability advantage over the avatars. We also have the natural charisma and connection to the people. Because we can also read the audience better and be able to interact better with audiences. Um, and we're also more intuitive, understanding, and empathetic with the audience. And and also here to the physical demonstration and movements. In that regard, also AI avatars are still a bit clunky in a sense, but the growth and change in the animation of the AI avatars is increasingly expanding as time goes by. Within the past year, it went from being really robotic movements to actually being way more fluid and way more natural than what it was at the beginning stages of the AI avatar generation. So it's evolving rapidly and changing. It's a very rapid changing landscape. So from one day to another, things can definitely change and pivot, and you'll see definitely noticeable changes in how the AI avatar landscape is evolving and changing constantly. Now we have AI prompt generated avatars working. You can simply give a detailed description of what your AI avatar should be, and how they should look, what they should wear, the movements that they should have, and um, you can really fine tune and make changes to your avatar to whatever it is that you're requiring for your video production. Is everything uh, clear so far? Is everybody following me?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes,
Great.
thank you.
I have a,
Yep.
can you use an actual photograph of a painting if you want to do a historical figure? And can you animate that? In my case, I'm doing a Revolutionary War website. So it would be interesting to me if I could animate Washington or Putnam or
Yeah. Yeah.
Morgan.
Yeah, we'll get right to that. First, I'm gonna finish real quick my presentation here, and you'll jump into each single one of these platforms and take a look at what they offer. So here we have a side-by-side comparison of each one of these different platforms and their core features. So in the case of HeyGen, exceptional realistic lip sync technology, multilingual capabilities with natural intonation, fully customizable avatars with precise emotional control. So the free version is very limited. You only get to generate three videos of 3 minutes in length. Then from there you can go on to the more professional tiers that come at a cost, and there's also an enterprise solution for production companies. So optimal use cases, e-learning modules, high-end promotional content, um, and natural delivery. So Beat.io, core features, intuitive in-browser editor, automated subtitling with translations, and comprehensive post-production tools integrated with avatar generation. Here as well, the basic free version has a limitation. Also, in the limits of the amount of AI avatars that are available to you for you to use and choose from. You only get about I believe it's 9 avatars that are available in the free version, and from there you can access uh, all the other avatars that are available when you update to one of the other tiers. So this one's good for social media snippets, tutorial videos, content requiring rapid iteration and deployment. And then we have Synthesia. Core features, library of 120 plus diverse avatars, supports 120 languages, sophisticated emotional controls, robust analytics, the dashboard, and you also have a limited use with the free versions. So all the free versions will have their set limit, and will up with every new month. It will update and provide you more like credits or availability of use to recreate and generate more avatars, and more time for creating your avatar. So once you use up the capability you have for that month, it will renew the next month over if you're using the free version. So optimal use cases, corporate training modules, localized content across multiple markets, standardized messaging. So yeah, each platform has cultivated distinct technology advantages that position them for specific content creation scenarios. Understanding these nuances is crucial for selecting the right tool for your particular production requirements. Okay, so here are the pros and cons of each one of these platforms. HeyGen is by far the most sophisticated of the three. The AI avatars that they have available are more lifelike and natural looking, and in the movements, the lip sync is on point. With video IO, I found that sometimes the video lip sync might not be as precise. And but you can try and tweak it and try to do several iterations to get it to where it's supposed to be. So then you have exceptional voices that are natural, superior emotional range, extensive customization options, robust API for integration. So the API is if you're going to be deploying or using the AI avatars for anything other than um, video generation. If you want to use it for interactions within a website um, or app that you're developing, the AI avatars can also be used for that. Uh, the pricing um, is higher for unlocking additional languages. More complex learning curve, rendering times can be longer. Limited stock avatars in basic tiers, fewer post-production tools. And then in Vid.io, it's intuitive all-in-one editor, fast subtitle generation, integrated stock media library, rapid rendering times, complete video editing suite. And then the limitations that it has is limited avatar diversity, less realistic lip synchronization, fewer emotional expression options, and restricted language support in basic tier, limited customization depth. And then with Synthesia, you have an extensive avatar library, comprehensive language support, detailed analytics dashboard, enterprise-grade security, advanced integration capabilities, steep UI learning curve, higher cost structure, less flexible editing options, limited custom avatar creation, and restricted background customization. So these are the pros and cons of each one of um, these platforms. And well, as you dive into them, you'll be able to see the different options and what's best for your video production output. So then we have the capabilities comparison to technical dimensions. Here we see that HeyGen beats out the other platforms in lip sync accuracy. Language support, Synthesia has more languages um, than the other platforms. In terms of avatar diversity, but Synthesia again beats out the other platforms. And customization capabilities, HeyGen is the most customizable of the three. And then the editing tools, Beat.io has its own more or less their own editing app where you can do video editing on it and add backgrounds, uh, have different layers within the video, and be able to change and tailor things to your liking and make cuts and add additional video, add additional photographs, and be able to do editing proper on the platform itself. So that's pretty much a good key feature that helps you out in creating your videos. This also reduces production costs in terms of not having to use an expensive editing software like Adobe or you know or Final Cut or any of the other editing suites that are out there. Yes, Narayan. Okay, no.
How does this compare to? Would it completely replace using DaVinci or Adobe, or is it like an adjunct? Can I use like Vid.io or Synthesia exclusively instead of investing in Adobe Premiere or doing DaVinci or something like that?
Well, like in the case of if you're a content generator for creating video content for social media and that sort of thing, I think that Vid.io would definitely like meet your needs for short clips and things like that. For more extensive video production, obviously, I would always suggest to have a professional a professional editing software. Just because it just broadens your capability of layering in different effects and uh, it it just gives you a much more robust capability in terms of video editing. But you can very well get away with just simple cut and paste editing and doing short social media clips and that sort of thing. Vidio would probably meet your needs for that, and I would definitely recommend it. And you probably could get away with just using that and not need Adobe or any of the other editing suites. So key capabilities inside HeyGen excels in lip sync synchronization, precision, and overall realism, making it optimal for premium content where a naturalistic delivery is paramount. Vidio dominates in post-production versatility, offering superior editing capabilities within his ecosystem that streamlines workflow integration. Synthesia provides unmatched language support and avatar diversity, creating significant advantages for global content distribution. Custom avatar creation remains technically challenging across all platforms, with HeyGen offering the most sophisticated options for premium price points. At a premium price point. Integration capabilities vary significantly, with HeyGen and Synthesia offering more robust API access for enterprise applications. There we go. Special considerations and expectations. So there are legal and ethical frameworks. The likeness rights and data privacy concerns require careful navigation. And most platforms offer commercial usage rights to their stock avatars, but terms vary significantly. Custom avatars typically requires explicit consent documentation from the original subject. European production must consider GDPR implications, particularly regarding biometric data processing and subject consent mechanisms. So, in regard to the rights and the legal framework for these AI avatars, you shouldn't since all these platforms allow you to generate digital clones of people. They offer the AI generated avatars, which is just generating the avatar with a prompt. But you can also take several photographs of somebody and generate an AI digital clone of that person. So you would have to input anywhere from 10 to 15 photographs, and the system would take those photographs and generate an AI avatar with somebody's likeness. Yes, Jay.
So just to go back a little bit, you mentioned that they have different language models.
Yes.
So they could do foreign languages and things like that.
Yes.
Do you create a script and then they will read out of that script?
Well, you create the script in the language that you're using, and the system will automatically translate the content for you.
So the system has the capability, if I write something in English, it could translate it, and the avatar can speak it in Spanish?
In Spanish, in Hindi, and
Does it have any built-in options regarding like grammar and things like that? Or those that like the
well, obviously, it would be best if you know the language that you're translating to, if you want to be precise and be correct about, that make sure that the expressions are coming through and being conveyed properly.
Okay.
Just to ensure that everything is correct.
Accurate.
Inaccurate, because obviously, when you're translating, it's very different from doing a literal translation to actually translating the thing so it can be comprehend with the mannerisms and the tone that corresponds to that given language, and in the accent that it's supposed to be in, and also the literal translation. Sometimes words fall out of fashion or what have you, and it might not be as precise to the current times as it should be. So obviously, if you're generating these content, if you don't know exactly that language that you're translating it, it might be good to get a consultant and check before you deploy, that content out there, because it might have mistakes that you might not catch, right?
Okay. Thank you.
Transparency.
Yeah, so this is very interesting to me. I actually this week just coincidentally had a client come to me with a video that they had created in Synthesia. And they said, number one, we'd like to have this video redone with our own people because we weren't keen on the unnaturalness of it. Now, to be honest, when I saw the video, I didn't realize that there was an AI avatar there. It didn't strike me as not
Unnatural.
human.
Yeah.
But regardless of that, I'm happy to have work. So when I was talking to them, they and asking about the deliverables, they also mentioned that they needed this. They supported 35 different languages because their company works all over the world. And I knew about HeyGen, but I haven't used it. My husband uses it for his podcast, and he has HeyGen translate his voice and his video podcast into Spanish, and he now has a great following in Mexico and Puerto Rico that he never would have had probably before. But my question is, when I was sorry it took me so long to get to this question, but my question is, when I was looking at the HeyGen page, there was something on there about an added cost for checking translations and editing. And I wasn't clear on what that involved. Is that a human checking that translation? I'm not responsible for making the translation. I don't know what it should be in German. So I'm just wondering if you have any insights onto that added level of price in terms of editing and what that looks like.
Well, that might refer to right now the different AI platforms that have their like their modules or their models that are coming out and that have different capabilities. So there's different tiers, and obviously, uh, because these models require development, might incur additional cost. So these more precise models that are newer, faster, or what have you, might be creating that additional cost to users.
Hmm. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Trumbo? I can't hear you. Hello?
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I was on mute.
Yeah.
So I was going to, I have a question, but I was going to respond to Sharon in terms of what the additional cost would be. It may not be that great of a cost, but as you indicated, for them to process the models, they have to continuously read through them, and they may charge a nominal fee for providing that part of the service. So the question I had is, you mentioned that you could just shoot any random person off the street and then make an avatar of them. Is that legal? I mean, the question I have is there going to be a problem down the road if somebody said, "Oh, that's me. They made an avatar."
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you have rights over. You have image rights, right? So,
Right.
so the idea is that you cannot just go ahead and go to the street and have your telephoto lens and like take photographs of somebody that's walking by, and then go ahead and use their likeness. Obviously, that has ethical and moral concerns, um, and obviously that's what we want to avoid. Obviously, this can also be used for nefarious purposes, of course.
Like the deep fakes.
Yeah, deepfakes or scams, or there have been now cases where people have received like video calls with somebody's likeness, and they were interacting with the person and thought that it was a real person, but it was somebody that was impersonating, and that sort of thing. So these things do come with a cost, I guess, in a sense, socially and personally. So I mean, ideally, obviously, you would try to use these platforms for purposes of, well, in this case, we're promoting the fair and correct use of the platforms for creating videos for airing here at FPA.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So then, so we have the script and voice alignment. AI avatars demand precisely crafted scripts that account for their technological limitations, avoid complex linguistic constructions, colloquialisms, and industry jargon unless testing confirms accurate delivery. Voice tone alignment remains critical. A mismatch between emotional content and delivery create uncanny valley effects that undermine viewers' trust and engagement metrics. So here the idea is that well the AI avatars have some limitations in regard to pronouncing certain things and understanding how they're supposed to be said. So like in regards to like acronyms and like saying an email, like then Alonzo Zarzycki at gmail.com. Saying something like that for the AI avatar is very complex. So you, instead of writing it in that way, um, you would have to like more or less spell it out for them instead of having it say it outright. And instead of the acronyms, obviously you will want to use the full word instead of the acronym itself, and have them say the fluid word. Or like if the acronym is a bit complex, you want to break it down into separate letters for them to say, because they will not understand the difference between the acronym and the actual word, and it will try to pronounce and sound out the acronym, and it just sounds weird. So sometimes there's those discrepancies in the AI understanding of what it's reading. So you have to look for those sort of things and try to make sure that it's pronouncing and saying whatever it is that's supposed to be saying in the correct way, and try to think for it, and try to spell out or write out how it's supposed to deliver that word or acronym or what have you. So you have to, before you deploy anything, you have to go ahead and check and verify that everything's being said correctly in the video, and make the tweaks and changes accordingly to whatever it is that needs to be changed. So then you have the visual consistency, maintaining consistent lighting, background elements, and compositing framing across AI-generated content requires systematic approach, establishing strict brand guidelines for avatar deployment, including consistent clothing, accessories, and environmental elements. The visual inconsistencies between segments are significantly more noticeable with AI avatars than with human presenters. Well, here also, like with since we have the digital clones, right, that are being generated with these platforms. If you're gonna be generating a digital clone of somebody, and your edit requires your camera to change different angles, you can't just take a video of that person like from the front and then say, no, I want to actually change to the right angle, that's a wider shot or whatever like that. For every angle change that you want to make as a cut in the camera, you would actually have to re-record and recreate that AI visual clone of that person in the scenario to be able to get those variations from different angles and different shots. But once you create that, you will have that model to be able to use for as many videos as you want. And this can also be like a double-edged sword with the idea of the AI avatars being consistent. On the one part, it's good that they're able, we'll have them in the same dress and speak in the same way, but also at the same time, things can get boring. If the things are the same always, if there's no visual change or there's no it doesn't seem to, it seems to be the exact same content throughout 20, 50 videos. Maybe some people will be put off by that because it will be something that's also visually recognizable and not visually engaging for people. And and the content might become stale, and people will be maybe put off by it, depending, if you don't try to change or make changes to your avatars So it is a fine line that you have to play there to see, how far you can use and how far you can take your AI avatars during your production journeys. So setting realistic expectations. While these technologies continue to advance rapidly, content creators should maintain realistic expectations regarding to capabilities. Current generation AI avatars excel and deliver scripted content with limited emotional range, but struggle with complex emotional nuances, spontaneous reactions, and naturalistic body languages. Viewers typically identify AI-generated content within seconds, making transparency about AI usage an important ethical consideration. Most successful implementation typically blend AI avatars for standardized content delivery with human presenters for emotional resonant segments, leveraging the strengths of both approaches while mitigating their respective limitations. So, with the AI avatars, like the digital clones of yourself or somebody else, there you get the advantage of getting a full range of motion. By far, the most natural and lifelike of all the AI capabilities, and you can also get variations in the movements, in the way that digital clone looks and interacts. So that gives you a broader range of capabilities for content creation and more naturalistic feel. And that would be probably the best way to go, because it gives certain change and variations to people. You can also have your presenter change clothes, change the way they talk or move or what have you, and but still be able to generate way more content than what is provided by the presenter at the time. To create an AI digital clone of somebody, you only need 2 to 5 minutes of video of them talking, and you can use that as your template to go ahead and manipulate and change that to many other iterations of the content that they're saying. Yes, Jay.
All right. Quick question. So, can you explain a little bit the limitations of the avatars? And it might be different depending on the platform, but are they like limited to the torso or the full body?
Yeah. Well, now with the AI generated, like the prompt generated avatars, you can get full body and you can get the torso. Uh, I find that there's a little bit more limitation with like close-ups or getting like a close-up of a face of them saying something. It's more you have the medium shot and wide shot options
Okay.
more than up close and personal. So that would probably be one of the limitations that I see with them.
And then a little follow up to that. It doesn't have to be like people. It could be can it be animations like
It can be animated. It can be like it can be a cartoon. It could be it doesn't really have to be. You could like probably draw it with a crayon on
okay.
on a paper and say, have different yeah dif- different images of that same character and feed it. The more images you have, the better the AI avatar will be.
Okay.
So you have to feed it, like I said, between 10 and 15 photographs, and then it will go ahead and generate your AI avatar from that image that you provided it. So it could be like an alien. It could be like, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a person.
So a follow up to that follow up. How well are the avatars in interacting with objects? Is it just the avatar itself, or can they like
They
pick
are
up a
more,
cup or
they are more or less limited to they're more like talking head videos, that thing. So for uh like news, talking about the news, they'll be great presenters for any news segments that you have. Um, or interviewing somebody. Um, but if you're generating the AI avatar yourself or like cloning your likeness, then you could probably have something in your hand and it will integrate that into the AI avatar. So
Can it be something? Sorry, can it be something like rotoscoping? Like if you're familiar with that, where you film yourself and then you animate in top of it.
I believe right. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think a HeyGen for the top the the higher tiers, they're
Mhm.
starting to integrate that where
Okay.
you move, you move and you do like the presentation, and
Okay.
then you can like overlay an avatar on top of that, so you get the full range of movements
Okay.
and are able to do that sort of thing. But that would be for like the higher tiers. And most of these platforms at the free version, the output for the videos is at 720p. So it's the lower end of HD. And
That's what we hear.
and yeah, and then from there forward, you can go ahead and yeah, the next tiers up will be HD to 4K, depending on what tier you get. Um, but I have found that I can export the 720p avatars and actually use them to edit on a HD video, and it will pretty much, because now you have like super scaling with a lot of the video editors. So taking a 720p video, I can upscale it to HD and it will look perfectly fine. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried going 4K with it, so I don't know if it will go that far. But editing an HD video with a 720 AI avatar works perfectly fine.
Thank you.
Okay. So limitations, strengths, and practical applications. So rapid iterations, AI avatars enable unprecedented content updating capabilities, allowing for script changes, factual corrections, or strategic pivots without costly reshoots. This facilitates experimental approaches to content where multiple variations can be tested simultaneously. Multiple language deployments, as we saw. Um, with native speaker quality pronunciation creates significant opportunities for global content strategies, eliminates the traditional trade-off between localization, quality, and production budgets. Production consistency, AI avatars maintain perfect consistency across product runs, eliminating concerns about presenter availability, appearance changes, or delivery variations that can complicate traditional video production timelines. The only one that I found that you can like actually go ahead and change the clothes of the avatar is Synthesia. With Synthesia, you can have your AI avatar and actually make changes to their clothing, which is good and can give you a broader range of possibilities for your video production. Or you can even like overlay logos on top of their clothes, that sort of thing. Persistent limitations, emotional depth, AI avatars struggle with subtle emotional cues. Physical limitations, current generation avatars typically feature limited body movements, restricted to upper torso visibility with minimal hand gestures and body language. So yeah, that is a thing that with the AI avatars, it can get repetitive with their movements, because they have these current limitations. But I believe that give it a year and that won't be a limitation anymore. It will get to a point where you can probably get the full range of motion and be able to go in and make tailor, tailor the animation to whatever it is that you want. The only current one that I know that you can tailor make right now is NVIDIA avatars. NVIDIA has avatars where you can actually go ahead and animate them precisely, because they have like, it works more or less like a puppet where you can actually take the joints and shift them in movements in different ways. But NVIDIA avatars are more for doing cinema or gaming. definitely more for gaming because NVIDIA has taken the stance that they want their AI avatars to not actually look like real people. Their stance is to have them have it conveyed that they are not actual real humans. So they have taken that stance, and that's where they're at. But it's by far the most fully customizable of them all in terms of motion and interaction. But it does come at a way higher cost, and there's no free version for NVIDIA products currently. So setup complexity, initial platform configuration, custom avatar creation, and workflow integration involve significant technical overhead and may challenge smaller production teams. Setting them up is not that it's not that bad complex. It should be fairly straightforward to generate. All these platforms don't actually give you that much flexibility in terms of going in and animating the things or saying how the hand moves here or that sort of thing. You can't really manipulate or change the animations that are preset currently. Only if you do use a AI clone, then you can go ahead and like make your movements different and have them be more lifelike. That's where you have that capability. But just the AI prompted avatars will do repetitive movements, and they do struggle with pauses. Usually the AI avatar won't know, like when you put a period and it's the next sentence, it will, if you put a pause in there, it won't know how to move or where to look, or it looks kind of weird how they like repeat mannerisms when there's pauses, so they don't really handle that well currently. And then viewer perception research indicates viewers will still perceive AI presenter content as less authoritative and trustworthy than indicated content delivery by human presenters. Obviously, this all depends on what how authentic is the content that you're deploying, and making sure and checking that the content that you're putting out there is honest and trustworthy. I think that more depends on the producer and the creator than the actual avatar itself. The feature development trajectory suggests rapid improvement in emotional expression capabilities, more sophisticated body language, and increasingly seamless integration. So, since the AI landscape is like evolving and changing daily, we can expect that like within a year, they will get to a point where it's basically indistinguishable from any regular person. It will probably more than likely get to that point. Okay, so recommendations and implementation strategy. Identify the primary use. So identifying primary use cases. HeyGen for content requiring maximum realism and emotional nuances, particularly client-facing presentations and premium instructional content. And if you want to use Beat.io for rapid social media deployment, especially when post-production flexibility and subtitle generation are priority requirements. Implement Synthesia for enterprise scale deployments requiring consistent messaging across multiple languages and markets. Then you have the technical assessment. Evaluate your technical requirements against each platform's capabilities. You have to look into your budgets, constraints, and scaling. That depends on what tier you're going to be acquiring. Each tier has its different costs, and it depends on how much you want to invest in it for your videos. Then you have languages and localization needs. If you want to tap into a certain market and the platform doesn't have the language that you want to translate into, that might limit your access. Integration requirements with existing workflows. You gotta look and see if this is gonna be an optimal use scenario for your current video production pipeline. And you technical capabilities and the learning curve, this shouldn't be a problem. A lot of these platforms are self-explanatory and intuitive to use. And if your turnaround is gonna be as frequent to have the need to use these AI avatars to generate your videos. So if you're gonna be constantly generating content on like a regular basis, then the cost benefit of using the AI avatar is worth the investment, obviously. And then you have can we do anything else other than AI avatars? What do you mean exactly, Ariane?
Sorry. I was wondering, we have talked about avatars a lot, and I was hoping to see more of the other capabilities of that the AI can do. Maybe, show us a demonstration rather than, these slides I can read. I was just hoping to get some, more hands-on to see what's going on. Yeah.
So we'll get into it. We'll hop into the HeyGen platform first, which is by far the easiest and most natural looking of all of them. So here's the platform itself. So you have so this is the free version that we see up here, and you can go ahead and directly create your video here. You have your projects folder here. You have the templates that they provide as well. That you have a myriad of different options for pre-made templates that are already created for your presentations. I mean, this is more geared toward like events, and so you would have like the presenter go ahead and explain something during an event, and you can project that onto the screen. Obviously, this can also be used for educational purposes, for having the AI explain certain things that you want people to learn. And then you have here the different possibilities for AI avatars. Here we can see Dudu, which is not necessarily an actual real human. We see that it's like an animated character, sort of like Pixar looking. And you can go ahead and use this avatar to create your video. So a lot of these avatars at first, most of these platforms were using actual people to generate they went into contractual agreements to get people's likeness to be able to use them as avatars. But nowadays they're just going straight, and they're just creating the AI avatars themselves with prompting. So a lot of these AI avatars are not actual humans; they're just AI creations, and you can see the different options there. Yes, Jay.
Do you happen to know if is there a limitation, or is there a way that we can manipulate like the backgrounds of the avatars, or only whatever backgrounds they offer are those the only ones we could use?
And I believe in some of these they give you the options. See, if you look on the bottom, it says one look. So it will actually just provide that single option there. But there are others, like in the case of Piper here, you can go in and see there's different options for like the background. So you can have also change different settings here. So you can go ahead and do that. So it depends on what is the availability for the avatar that you're using. Like Kiara here has 76 looks. So Kiara will give you a whole range of options. Unsafe changes, proceed. So here, yeah. So here you have the presenter with different looks. Yeah. And here I believe you're only getting a few looks from this avatar at the moment, just because it's the free version. So once you get into the higher tiers, you'll be able to unlock that full 76 looks option. So in that regard, there you can see that with that avatar, you have a whole myriad of options for creating videos with that avatar itself, and it will give you the different narrations, different looks, and you can go ahead and make as many changes as you want and have the content be more engaging, right? So in this case of Lana, it has 47 looks. And again, here we are limited by the amount of looks that we can access with the free version. But here it shows you that you can go ahead and do social media type post with the like the look being just a vertical video instead of a horizontal video. Okay, so say we want to create an AI avatar. Okay. Let's see. So which one would we want? So like there's like this one, like on the beach, this one has 95 looks. Okay, so this one I've used before. And also like here you can see it has the diamond little thing on it. So that's signaling that these other options are for a higher tier. So we can go here and have this avatar. So and up here at the top left corner, you have the aspect ratio where you can select, you can have it landscape or you can have it portrait for social media or regular videos. So I'm going to go ahead and generate, let's see, Copilot. I'm going to go ahead and generate a little monologue about beekeeping in Washington, D.C. Like one paragraph. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just copy this content here. Okay, and pop that there. Okay, so we're gonna go type in here on the left hand side. Okay, so you have two things that you can customize here. You can customize well what's the video gonna look like and or the angle for your avatar. And you can also customize the voice for your avatar. So right now it's currently on Sean Professional. And you can have the original accent, or here you have the different languages that you can select for this avatar. So it can be any of these options. Then you have the voice engine or the voice creator for your avatar. Or this would be like more or less like the model that you would be using for creating the voice. So you have 11 labs and starfish as options. We'll just keep it at 11 labs. Then you have other advanced settings. So here again, there's the models. There's monolingual, multilingual version 1, multilingual version 2, turbo version 2, turbo 2.5. Those are the different models that are available. The speed at which the avatar is talking, the volume, obviously that's just the loudness, how loud you want it to sound. The similarity, what was it? Higher values, sharper clarity, and match the target's voice. But too high can add artifacts. Okay. Then you have the style, which is boost expressiveness, and the high settings exaggerate the delivery, but may be unstable. Stability raises consistency across the regeneration. Very high can sound monotone. So you have all these different options. But basically for the free version, actually you can't use these other ones. I mean, basically you can just toggle the speed and toggle the volume. For the other ones, for similarity, style, stability, that will be for the paid versions. Even though it seems that they're available, they're not. So here it says type your script here or upload audio. So I'm gonna type in the script there, and let's see. I'll take a minute.
Do you have your sound turned on?
DC wrestled along the dot. Yes, Ariam. Hello, Ariam.
Yeah, okay. I was just reminding you, have your sound turned on. So, okay.
Yeah. So here, here we can play.
With the heart of Washington, D.C., nestled among the monuments and monuments to be, the gentle hum of honeybees offers a surprising counterpoint to the city's usual buzz. Beekeeping here isn't just a quirky urban hobby. It's a quiet rebellion against environmental decline and a passionate act of stewardship. From rooftop apiaries atop government buildings to community gardens in Capitol Hill, local beekeepers nurture colonies that pollinate public parks, backyard gardens, and even the National Mall. In a city driven by policy and power, it's the bees, resilient, organized, essential, that offer a compelling lesson in cooperation and sustainability. There's something profoundly poetic about harvesting wildflower honey within sight of the Capitol Dome.
So there we see a brief preview of what the animation is gonna be exactly like. It's not showing the lips. As you saw, a message popped up and said that the lips would be added when the video was generated, to have it precisely speak to how to sync the lips with the actual voice that we're hearing. So it does show you a little bit of the animation. And what I personally do with a lot of these AI avatars, since I do edit on Adobe Premiere or DaVinci Resolve, I generate my AI avatars, and I will usually put on the background, I'll put a green screen and just export it to my computer. And from there, I'll pop the AI avatar into my editing software and just do a green screen on it and have that background erased. And I will be able to place my AI avatar on any background that I want, and I'm able to move and shift it and place it wherever I want. Here you have that capability as well of, resizing and placing your avatars wherever you want. You can also enlarge your avatar to an extent, and have it and reframe it. And you can also add backgrounds to this as well. So here you have different colors that you can add, and this is typically what I do and how I export my avatar, just for flexibility's sake, when I'm actually doing video editing. You can also add text. Here are the different title options that you can pop in to. Okay. Wait. Hello. That will be our avatar. And then here you can actually go ahead and change your avatars if you wanted to go ahead and use one of the other ones before you use this one. And you can also add photographs. You can add, you can also upload your own photographs or your own videos. They do provide a series of different videos as well that you can add to that you can add to your production. Let's see if they have anything on bees. But yeah, they do have a few videos on bees. So we could probably put this video here. And we can bring this here. And be like, save the bees. And then we can change the background to something like yellow and have this resize. Okay. So once we have our little bit of video, we can just
In the heart of Washington,
play it again and see how it will look.
monuments and monuments to be, the gentle hum of honeybees offers a surprising counterpoint to the city's usual buzz. Beekeeping here isn't just a quirky urban hobby. It's a quiet rebellion against environmental decline and a passionate act of stewardship. From rooftop apiaries atop government buildings to community gardens in Capitol Hill, local beekeepers nurture colonies that pollinate public parks, backyard gardens, and even the National Mall. In a city driven by policy and power, it's the bees, resilient, organized, essential, that offer a compelling lesson in cooperation and sustainability. There's something profoundly poetic about harvesting water.
So there's our video, and once we are ready to export, here at the top right hand corner it says generate, and here it will ask us for name. Usually we wouldn't change it here, and like the video. The script I generated it by using Microsoft Copilot. It was just as a simple example. I went in here and put in the prompt monologue about beekeeping in Washington DC. One paragraph. I wanted it to be very short, so we could be able to generate it real quick. So we're gonna hit generate. We have the title, bee video. You can create a folder for it. Here we see that we only have 720p at 1080p or 4K. The 1080p and 4K are for the higher tier paid versions. Then you can only export at 25 frames per second. For exporting at 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second, you have to acquire one of the higher tiers. And then you have the MP4 format or WebM transparent background for using it for websites. And then it currently has the watermark. If you want to take off the watermark, you would have to upgrade to one of the higher tiers. So let's go back and submit. Okay, I see. Edit the photo. Let's see. Likely we'll say, yeah, submit. So right now our video is being generated. Right now it's at 15%. It takes a few minutes, and once it's done, it'll go ahead and let us know, and we'll be able to play the actual video and download the video and be able to also share it straight from the HeyGen platform. I'm not. I think we can round out the corners, but I'm not really sure. I've never actually had the need to do that sort of thing, but I think it is possible. Yeah, you can modify the photographs in any other program and bring them in as assets to the platform. You can go ahead and bring all of that in, videos or photographs. Yes, Jay.
In a paid tier, is there any options to control the movement of the avatar, maybe to match more the mannerisms or what he's talking about? I wasn't sure if that was an option.
in the paid versions, like say, to get a broader range of options, you would probably have to do AI clones to have the person actually move in different ways, to run and expand the capabilities of movement, to have a more fluid and natural feel to them. Yes. As far as I know, currently there's. I mean, I used to think that it would be something like just putting the prompt in, like say, move hand to right or something like that in the script itself. But currently, as far as I know, that capability is not available at this moment. So it's just taking a little bit of time to generate that video. Okay, let's see. While it's rendering out the video, we can also go into take a look at vidIO's capability. Yes. So here we have the vidIO platform, and here you also have the same as HeyGen. You have different pre-made templates with the different avatars that are available. So these are the style is more like corporate or geared toward, more professional, um, uh, type of videos. But that's just, the pre-made templates. You can obviously go ahead and customize any of these templates to whatever you like. The brand kit's also something that's that you can access with the paid tiers. The brand kit is more or less you establish a specific font and specific colors that that your video has to have that align with the corporate um branding, and you can go ahead and put in like the logo as well and have these assets be consistent across all the videos that you're generating. So here we have you have the AI studio. You can create clips, create an avatar of yourself. You have the AI dubbing. So here with this one, you can literally put in any video of anybody talking, and this platform will change the lips and the language to the corresponding language and make the lips move to with that corresponding language as well. So it goes ahead and modifies the lip movements to sync up and link up with the new corresponding language for that video. And this can be with any video. Then you have if you have a slide deck, you can bring it in. This is an beta version. So you can do like a presentation with your avatar and have the avatar give you a presentation for you. So say if you're like going to a board meeting or something and you do create your AI digital twin, and you say, well, it's easier for me to pre-record this and have the AI give the, lecture or presentation for me. You can go ahead and do your presentation with your AI avatar and project the video of that presentation onto the screen, and not having to go yourself and do that whole presentation. This might help a lot of people that are camera shy or have shyness also at events or social situations where they don't want to actually stand in front of people and say something. They can go ahead and have their digital twin go ahead and do the presentation for them. So then here you have here you can go ahead and actually remove the background of any video. You can also generate subtitles. You can translate your video to other languages. You can also have it make consistent eye contact with the audience. If you've recorded a video and want to modify that video to have the eyes line up and have consistent look toward the camera, you can go ahead and change that. If you could probably like record your video looking away from the camera, and the video will modify it so you're actually looking straight at the camera and saying whatever it is you want to say. So you can also clean up the audio, and you can also remove silences. So here we see that it is more geared toward like video editing. It has a few features that help you edit your video quicker, faster. And then here you have uh, turn projects into reusable templates. So if you have initial video, you can go ahead and use that as your base for different iterations of that video for further use. So let's go ahead and try to. So create viral videos in one click, AI generated content, and UGX creators to educate, promote. Okay. Type your idea here. So let's see. We'll copy again the script. And we can go ahead and create an yeah. Cute animals. Okay. So we can go ahead and choose. You can use one of it. No, it's like see. There you go. So you want to create an AI clip. Okay, so here it's giving you different options. So let's see. Let's preview.
So, you want to create an AI clip of Avatar? Let me show you how in 3 simple steps. Step 1, gather your favorite themes and characters. Think epic battles and breathtaking landscapes. Step 2, choose the right AI tool to bring it all to life. Make sure it can handle animation and special effects. Final step, add.
There we go. So let's see. Let's go into edit. Exits. Okay, here we go. So here we have the avatars. Let's choose one. So here you see that there is a ton of options in regard to the different avatars that are available. So let's see. Here again, you just pop in the script. So it gives you the amount of characters that you can use for your video. And let's see. Oh boy. And it's let's see while it's processing this. Let's see if our video finished. Here's this is Hey Jen.
In the heart of Washington, D.C., nestled among the monuments and monuments to be, the gentle hum of honeybees offers a surprising counterpoint to the city's usual buzz. Beekeeping here isn't just a quirky urban hobby. It's a quiet rebellion against environmental decline and a passionate act of stewardship. From rooftop apiaries atop government buildings to community gardens in Capitol Hill, local beekeepers nurture colonies that pollinate public parks, backyard garden, and even the National Mall. In a city driven by policy and power, the bee, resilient, organized, essential, that offer a compelling lesson in cooperation and sustainability. There's something profoundly poetic about harvesting wildflower honey within the Capitol Hill.
So there we go, and have our first AI avatar generated, giving our little script. Down here on the bottom right, you see that the Hey Jen logo is on there. So this is one of the limitations with the free version, that you will get that logo or that watermark on your video, and there's no way of taking that out unless you maybe try and position your avatar and try to crop it out. Yes, Jay.
Do you happen to know, like, are there any capabilities for the voice? Can you manipulate the voice? Maybe sort of like make it sound like maybe somebody famous, perhaps? Or can you copy those sort of things?
Uh,
Or try to recreate them?
Yeah, I mean, if you can clone voices on these platforms. So if you go into like here we have edit as new. So you'll go back here and you can select the different languages and also the different voices that are available. So here in my voices, you can go ahead and create a voice that you want to be used for the video. So you can go ahead and we would have to go to like the dashboard. I see. Um, let's get out. Get up here. See. Okay. Go back. So here in the dashboard, here it says AI voice. So here, for one, you do have all these other options that you can explore. And once you see one that you like, you can go ahead and put it into your favorites, and you can access it that way and say, okay, now I've selected this one. I think this one's correct for my AI avatar. I'll put it into my favorites. It will be logged and ready for you to search for it in the video itself and say, no, I want this one to be used. And here, you can, but it's also for the at the top right hand corner, you see here that says create new voice, but it's part of the upper tier versions for you to actually go ahead and provide. You would have to provide a sample anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, and you give it that sample of your voice, and it will go ahead and train the system to create a voice based on that sample. And once you have that, then you can go ahead and deploy it as your own personal tailored voice for your avatar that you want to use. Yes. Is everybody following so far? Does everything look good? Does this seem like a tool that you would be using for your videos?
Everything's great. All makes sense. Very coherent.
Yeah. And it's these systems are so a lot of these platforms have taken a page from previous applications and previous iterations of software and applications that people already use. So they use that as a template to generate their own interface. So it's more intuitive for people to navigate and use for their own projects and their creation. So everything's labeled correctly and properly, and you can easily navigate and access the different possibilities that the platform will provide. So here you see, so here you can see like you can wait a second, my computer froze for a second there. Let's give it a minute. See? Uh-oh. Let's just hope it unfreezes. Well, I'll give it a minute. Seems that from all the changes that I've been doing, the system seems to have frozen. Just give it a little time to process. Hopefully it will react.
We can, question for you while you're doing this.
Yeah.
We have software in our green room that has the ability to have windows within, so it's like a studio set with screens behind it. We can put this material into one of those windows. Does it interface with studio software?
I'm not sure in interfaces with studio software yet. It will probably get there once the more than likely somebody will buy somebody out here, it will either be, one of the, it will start integrating with Adobe if they come to an agreement or something like that. And that way you will actually have the capability to edit and integrate these things into your editing software that you're going to be using down the line. But that's not a possibility currently that we have.
Well, if you're going to create a static video,
Mhm.
not a live interactive video, then you gotta have what MP4 or something like that.
Mm.
You could take that and use that as an input.
Yeah, you can. You can use if you have an MP4, any video that you're using, you can upload it into your assets and access that and put it into your edit. Yes, you can.
It's only when it's live, interactive, that it becomes more complicated.
Yeah. Well, aside from it being for generating video avatars, these platforms do also offer the capability of having live interactive avatars where you could actually deploy the avatar, say in a web page or like a live streaming, and have the avatar like live within that space, and people could ask it questions, interact with it, and it would answer back.
Thank you.
So here, like here you have at the bottom left corner, you have this tab that's called Labs. And here in Labs, you can see that you can also create like video podcasts with this. You can create interactive avatars for people to interact with it. Like say in say like it's a hospital, right? And people want to get to know, they don't know the hospital layout and then they don't know how to get to where they're supposed to go. So with an interactive avatar, you could put, you could stage a screen at the entrance of the hospital and have the AI avatar greet people, and they could ask it, how do I get to such and such office? And the AI avatar would, probably pop up a map and explain and say, if you want to get here, take the elevator, go to the second floor, make a right, then make a left, and you'll arrive to your destination, something like that. So there are those capabilities. So like here for like the podcast option, you can upload a PDF of your script, and it will, based on the content from your script, from your document that you're feeding it. It could even be a technical document that is outlining, explaining how like a machine functions. The this podcast will take whatever content it is that you're giving it and will turn it into a chat between two people talking about that content. So let's say here's an example, the demo podcast, and we can see it here.
I've been thinking about how APIs are really shaking up the world these days.
Oh, yeah? In what way?
Well, it's like they're not just for tech teams anymore.
Yeah.
They're becoming powerful drivers of growth across all sorts of industry.
Interesting. So what's the latest that's popular?
So, HeyGen has this suite of video API that lets businesses embed avatar videos, real-time interactions, and multilingual videos right into their platform.
Wait, do you think can integrate these features directly into their apps and websites?
Exactly. It gives companies complete control over delivering video content, whether it's for education, support, or user engagement, scaling and localizing high-quality videos seamlessly.
That sounds pretty powerful. Tell me more about these APIs.
Well, there's the Avatar Video API, which lets companies create lifelike avatar video quickly and at scale. It's perfect for replacing static content with engaging videos.
So there we see, this podcast has been generated between these are two avatars that are talking to each other based on the content that was fed to them, and it just created this podcast video of them talking about that content that was fed to it, and it just seems that like it makes it look like a regular chat interaction between two people that are talking about that content. This is great because it also helps people even further develop their ideas. So maybe you have a document that you've created of something, and these AI avatars will digest that content, and through the chat that they create, maybe a new idea might emerge, something that you might not have seen. And from there, that will stem some further development of whatever it is that you're developing, right? So it could be a great tool for developing and generating more ideas and furthering and extending the idea that you already have. That sort of thing, Okay, so that's one of the possibilities. And here is the interactive avatars. So it's connecting.
Hi, I'm June from the HR team at HeyGen. We focus on empowering creativity through visual storytelling. I'm excited to hear about your technical journey and what drives your passion to join our innovative engineering team.
Hello, June. Can you tell me more about HeyGen's AI generated avatars? Oh, wait. Is my microphone on here? Let's see. Hello? Hello, hello? Hey, it's not taking my... Hello, hello, hello? Switch to chat mode. Okay, let me see.
Your microphone is muted on there.
Yeah, like, but it's not taking... It's not taking the Nexigo video like the... Yeah. Hello, hello, hello? Yeah, it's not taking any of the options, the mic options.
You know,
Yeah.
that excuse me, Alonso.
Yeah.
When I was doing something using my phone as a recorder, it happened to me. It's some platforms with the AI tool. Somehow it doesn't pick up your voice when you're using Zoom or when using other platform. I don't know why, but that happened. I had the same experience. So I had to record my voice and then somehow plug it into the AI.
I'm June from the HR team at HeyGen. We empower creativity through visual storytelling. I'm eager to learn about your technical experience and what excites you about joining our innovative engineering team.
Let me see. I think I have to get up first. Hello, can you hear me now?
Hi. Yes, I can hear you now. Take your time. When you're ready, we can get started with your interview.
Hello, June. Can you tell me more about HeyGen AI generated avatars?
Of course. HeyGen is an AI-powered video generation platform that specializes in creating realistic AI avatars. With HeyGen, users can generate high-quality videos using avatars that can speak in multiple languages and dialects, supporting up to 175 languages. These avatars can be customized as your own images or selected from a library. The platform excels at localization, allowing you to produce videos tailored for different regions with matched lip sync and voice translation. It's ideal for creating engaging content for marketing, training, e-learning, and customer interactions, making visual storytelling accessible and scalable for everyone. Would you like to hear more about how the avatars are created or their application?
How are HeyGen AI avatars created?
Great question. Hey, Gen AI avatars are created in a few different ways. 1. Creating your own avatar. Users can generate a personalized avatar by uploading a photo or video of themselves using a webcam. The platform then uses AI to craft a realistic digital version of that person. 2. Choosing some existing avatars. HeyGen also offers a library of pre-designed, customizable avatars that you can select and tailor to your needs. The process involved advanced AI technologies that analyze the uploaded images or videos to generate a detailed and lifelike digital avatar. These avatars can then be used for different types of videos, allowing for personalized, scalable content creation. Would you like to know about any specific customization options or how the lip syncing works?
How does the lip syncing work?
Great question. HeyGen's lip syncing technology uses advanced AI to match the avatar's lip movements with the audio content. When you upload a voice or script, the platform analyzes the speech patterns and phoneme, those as the individual sounds within speech. Then, it synchronizes the avatar's lip movements in real time to match those sounds accurately. This creates a natural-looking conversation or presentation, even if the audio language is different from the avatar's original setup. It's a powerful feature for localization, personalized videos, and engaging content. Would you like to see how this technology works in action or learn about specific languages supported?
I think we'll stop there and see if our video and vid.io was generated. I'm gonna stop.
Can you slow down her playback?
Feel free to reach out if you have.
Okay.
Can you slow down her playback?
Not really. Yeah, when it's an AI AI avatar, it just there's no customizational features there. that I can access. And that's like a preview model version of it, so I can't really customize it at the moment.
Okay.
And for generating AI interactive avatars, it's a feature that's from the paid version. You can't really access it with the free version. So now here we are at Veed.io. So we created our script here, a little video of our presenter, and we'll see how it turned out.
In the heart of Washington, D.C., nestled among the monuments and monuments to be, the gentle hum of honeybees offers a surprising counterpart in the city's evil buzz. Beekeeping here isn't just a quirky urban hobby. It's a quiet rebellion against environmental decline and passionate act for stewardship. From rooftop apiaries atop government buildings to community gardens in Capitol Hill, local beekeepers map the colony to pollinate public park, backyard garden, and even the National Mall. When a city driven by policy and power, it's the bees, is it once organized essential. They offer a compelling lesson in cooperation past. Look. See what happened there.
Yeah, it didn't render out the final part.
Thing built. Or something grand collected about how the wild hana living sa
Okay. So let me see. Here at menu, you have a share option, where you can go ahead and copy a link and share the video with anybody. And let me see. You should be able to add background as well. Let's see, you can put any background image here. Let's see. Just order some backward. Okay, there we go. But yeah, we can add a background as the front. There we go. Where did my background go? Oh. There. Okay, so we have to extend the background to have it be. So now we have our background created. We can add also text. And there's different options for the font. You can have this here.
Well, if you come back and race,
The bounce. Something. It's not coming through properly. What's going on? Something is wrong. What happened? Why is it not writing the whole thing?
offer a component investment for.
Yeah. For some reason, the text isn't coming up properly, which is weird.
And
I don't know why it's not popping up, but it should say art director here. Okay. Yeah, in this case, I don't know what's going on, why it's not writing the whole thing. Paste this. Let's do a simple title. It is so weird. It's cutting off the title for some reason. And it doesn't seem to be. I mean, there's no animation or anything. Why is it not? not showing the full text. I don't know why. Something from the computer. Yeah, okay. I don't know. It's really weird not adding the full text. But you can also upload photographs. You can add GIFs. You can add music. There's some stock audio that stock music that it provides. You can put in the music. You can also upload your own music or voice. You also have the voice cloning capability, so you can actually have the avatar have your own voice and clone your voice. So you would have to probably record yourself speaking, and then you would have your AI voice cloned voice there available. And let's see. And for some reason, I don't know why the text didn't pop up. It's really weird. But once you're done and once you have your video, so you here at like a regular video editor, you can cut and split your video into two and be able to add more video in between. So there is that possibility of overlaying additional images. Let's see here and record. So you could also do the same as Hey Gen, where you can do a presentation with slides and have it match up the slides with the video that you're creating. So you can record your camera, audio. You can record your screen to do tutorial presentations on how to use a specific software. There is that capability as well. So there's all those sorts of options here. We're almost at the end now. Actually, I wanted to get into Synthesia, but for the sake of time, I think we're gonna have to cut it short because going into Synthesia would require much more time. I thought that we would have time to cover all three, but I think that with these two platforms, you have plenty to work with and generate more videos. Yes, Jay.
So just you might know the answer to this or you may not, but are there any copyright limitations if you use one of their avatars or any of their assets? Can you use it in a way that you can monetize it, even if you have the pay tier for them, or is there any restrictions?
There's no restrictions whatsoever because this is a service. So if you're using any of the assets, any of the provided elements that they give you, it's your right to use the content and deploy it anywhere where you want, and you can monetize the content and use it for your own purposes. Yes, there's no limitations in that regard.
Other than the risk of maybe multiple people using the same avatar.
Right, exactly. Yeah, there you could run into the situation where, a lot of people are accessing this platform and using the avatars for their own purposes. So there might start to be like a duplication of characters out there being used for different videos and different purposes that might not align with your branding per se. So there could be like a conflict of interest thing there where the AI avatar is being recognized with other themes or other subjects that are being used for. So it's you don't have like exclusivity rights for your AI avatar unless you might, but you can go ahead and prompt out your own AI avatar and like create it and have that be your singular avatar that you're using, right?
Okay. So just to let everybody know, we got about 10 more minutes, and then Alonso has to get ready for another class.
Yeah.
But if you have any questions, now will be the best time.
Hey Alonzo, do you have any experience with the new Google VO3? Have you ever tinkered with that? Because it's very realistic and it's almost jarring how realistic it is if you've seen it.
Yeah, currently, I haven't dabbled in VO3, but I do know. I mean, from the videos that I've seen online, It is very impressive. Sora is also a very impressive AI video generation platform. They do come at a cost, but the results are very impressive, and you can get incredible, images out of it. I have heard and seen videos. There is like a short film that was created using these platforms. The caveat there was that the cuts between the different videos that were being generated had a few flaws in terms of continuity. So maybe the character wasn't using the exact same clothes from one to another, and it wasn't there were visual inconsistencies in that regard, or there would be like flames coming out of places where the flame shouldn't be. So there's still what are called hallucinations within the AI videos that are being created by the AI. But they're trying to make it where you can start to customize those videos more and more and be able to tweak and make changes to specific things within the video. Yes, Jay.
I got one more question. So you mentioned that you have to upload photos, maybe 10 to 15 to create the avatar.
Yeah.
Is there an option, or maybe in the future, a way where the AI will create the avatar for you? Like if you give them specific descriptions of the hairstyle, the color, anything like that, and they'll generate the avatar for you, or you always have to upload photos?
No. I mean, just the let me see. Here, let's get out of this. So you have the photo to video with AI with avatar. So here's the option to create your avatar using photos. And then you have a quick avatar video. Let me see where it's. See here it says create your avatar. So
Want to create an instant or lifestyle avatar with them? Here's how to film it right. Choose a background that is quiet and well lit. Depending on what equipment you have available, you can shoot your avatar with a professional camera, a webcam, or your phone. For your camera, we recommend an aspect ratio either 16:9 horizontal or 9:16 vertical. For the best results, record in 4K 30 fps. But high definition 1920x 1080 is also acceptable. For smartphone recordings, you can set your resolution to 4K or 1080p. You note, HDR must be turned off in camera side. If not, it will result in noticeable color separation issues in the final product. For webcam recordings set on a laptop, you can film it 16:9 horizontal, 1080p, or 720p. Bring your subject to phone screen, streaming from chat stock and with the headroom. Ensure the camera is eye level. If you find your camera is a little low, some good old-fashioned books make excellent cameras well. The lighting is key. Use soft, legal light and avoid harsh shadow. You want to freeze any windows or natural light if you can. Use our samples of broad lighting. And this is how you want face light. This is an example of a professional lighting setup that can be utilized for a lifestyle avatar. We recommend a minimum of 2 minutes for the best result. Feel free to just talk about your day with natural to 1 use per second pauses between every other sentence per natural condition. Here's an example. Hi, this weekend it was beautiful outside. It was about 80 degrees, so I went to the beach and I ate this. I went to the farmer's market, I got some strawberries and blueberries, and then I had great fun. I keep my present calm, confident, and natural. Every word clear and intentional, making sure my expression can be emotion. I see centers knowing the coming devil's purpose. That is such a cool curious. I can't wait to see when my avatar comes out. Everything is on point, and I know this will look amazing. Let's make the most of it and enjoy the journey ahead. Moon, steady, and focus. Don't stress because not perfect the first time. Just try again. Now it's your turn. Follow these steps and hit record and bring your avatar to light.
So there is an option. Well, you can purchase more avatars, but there is an option where you do create the avatar from a prompt, but it seems that it's not active with the free version. But yeah, you can describe your avatar and say it will have red hair, formal clothes, or it can be a doctor. You can like have a specific job in mind for your avatar, and have those descriptions in your prompt. And yeah, it will create your AI avatar from scratch from a prompt itself.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And then if you create an avatar from scratch based on those prompts, does it become, can you lock it and only you could use it, or does it become part of the platform and anybody could use it?
no, that would be your own.
Okay.
So that's something that you tailor made for yourself. So it's gonna be like readily available for like everybody, no, because it does correspond to one of the paid tiers.
Got it. Okay. So we got about 5 more minutes. I just want to remind everybody that I'll follow up with Alonzo. So we'll share the PowerPoint presentation hopefully early next week. We'll try to review the recording and then do a few edits and then share this with everybody as well. But yeah, if you have any last minute questions, please let us know.
Oh, I have.
Okay, go ahead, Sharon. Sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I did take a look a little bit more into the Hey Gen just to answer my own question from earlier. And I saw that at one of the tiers, when I looked for more information about the translation checking, that what you could do is put in your English script, right? It does the translation and voice cloning, and the translation of the voice cloning, it will present that to you. So then you can read, sort of like the Google Translate and how I like go back and forth. Does this actually match up to what I thought the meaning should have been?
Right.
So that's at one of the higher paid levels. Not crazy expensive. I think it was the pro version or something.
Yeah, but the question there is like that's why I would suggest, like, if you're really thinking about going the route of doing other languages, is to get a consultant to actually, because the AI might be able to translate like a literal translation of your content, but that not might speak to the cultural nuances of whatever language it is that you're trying to access, right? And you want to be able to connect to that audience, and if it's not in it's not in the current language style for that region or for that country, then people not might you might lose some people with that, right? Because they might catch that it's like they will rather tell right away that's an AI avatar or that sort of thing,
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Or that or like the content is not current and up to date per se,
Mm-hmm.
people might not connect.
Okay.
Yep. Any other questions?
Okay, I think that's good for today, Alonso. Maybe we could discuss in the future offering another sort of update to this, and we could go into synthesia, not that before.
Yeah. That take a little bit more time. It's just so many names. We got caught up with HeyGen and Bit.io.
I wanna thank everybody that showed up and participated. So we'll keep, well, again, I'll send out survey and hopefully we'll get some feedback on this and see if we want to explore this as an option to our members in the future.
Yes. Thank you so much for everybody for attending. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Hopefully we'll have more to come, and we'll be able to explore more of the AI tools that are coming out every day. It's changing, so there'll be new things coming out soon.
Thank you, everybody.